When I was 8 years old, my life completely changed. Child Protective Services removed me from my parents' home because it wasn't safe for me to be around my older brother. I was incredibly lucky. The first foster family I was placed with became my forever family, at least for a while. They were, and still are, amazing people. For the first time in what felt like forever, I felt safe. I truly loved living with them and secretly hoped I could just stay there until I grew up. But that's not what happened. When I was 12, my parents regained custody, and I had to go back. I'd seen them during my time in care, about once a month for a few hours. Those visits were always hard. I didn't want to see them, but it was never my choice. My feelings about my parents have always been complicated. So why was I in foster care? It was mostly because of my brother. He always had trouble with authority, and he would get violent when things didn't go his way. He'd bite me or hit me with things. When I was 6, we were in a car crash, and my brother suffered a traumatic brain injury. After that, his aggression got so much worse. Any little thing could set him off. Even a light suddenly turning on would make him explode. Instead of protecting me, my dad expected me to help restrain my brother. He kept insisting that it was my job to protect my mum, that it would make me a good brother. But all it did was get me hurt more often and more severely. I ended up with a broken arm twice. Another time, he headbutted me so hard my eye was swollen shut. It was the second broken arm that finally got CPS involved. They determined my home wasn't safe for me until my brother got help and my dad understood that I was a child who needed protecting, not a protector. Eventually, my brother did get help, and he improved. That's when my parents decided it was time for me to come home, acting like everything would be perfect. I was devastated. I wanted to stay with my foster family, not go back to a house filled with so much pain. My brother and my mum apologized, but my dad never did. He just ignored everything that happened. They were shocked that I was so distant. My caseworker told me I had no choice. I had to make it work. As I got older, I had to contact my foster parents in secret because my parents were jealous of our bond and tried to cut them out of my life. That safe, loving home I had for 4 years felt like a distant dream, but it's a dream I'll never forget. Thank you for listening to my story.